Good morning, students. My name is Miss Price and welcome to your PE lesson today. Hope you all had a fabulous long weekend. I know I did. I enjoyed going out west and visiting my family at their family farm in Dunedoo. So before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and owners of this land, the Darug people. Now, the lesson we'll be conducting today is part 2 of the lesson plan of target games. This game is called Frisbee Golf. Frisbee Golf is a type of target game. Frisbee Golf is crucial for building and developing fundamental manipulative skills such as throwing, catching, and aiming for a target. What I hope you guys will achieve today is to learn how to throw and catch a Frisbee with correct technique, aim the Frisbee accurately at a target, use teamwork to reach a target, and throw for distance. This game is aimed at age groups about 10 to 12 and stage 2 to 3. However, it is not limited to any certain age group or stage and can be modified to engage older students into this game. The duration of this game usually lasts for about 30 to 35 minutes. Now, the aim of Frisbee Golf is similar to regular golf, however, we're using Frisbees and aiming them at targets. Students must continue aiming for the target until they reach it. Once students have successfully reached the target, they must move on to the next one. For this game, we'll be using a large open wide space or preferably an oval. Students are split up into groups of 2 to 3 people, one Frisbee between each group. For this activity, we want to ensure that students are throwing the Frisbee with the correct Frisbee technique. So we want to start by holding the Frisbee in our dominant hand, which in my case is my right. We want to hold the Frisbee in a fist-like position with the fingers underneath and the thumb over the top. We then want to step forward with our dominant leg and hold our Frisbee to the side, throwing with the right amount of power, releasing and where our eyes are focused at. As you can see, I'm starting at my starting point. Using the correct technique, I will aim for the target. As you can see here, I didn't quite make it to the target. So the next student will pick the Frisbee up from where it has landed and aim for the target. They will continue this until each student has had a go and has landed the Frisbee in the target. If students are finding this activity too easy, we can modify the level of difficulty. We can do this by reducing the size of the targets, making it smaller. We can also do this by adding in obstacles in the holes, making it harder for students to reach the target. Some key teaching points to include when teaching. Ask students within teams to observe and provide each other with feedback on their technique whilst playing. Observe students as they are playing to ensure they are doing the appropriate technique. Ensure students keep their eyes focused and make sure you provide positive feedback to students. Rules of the game include wherever the Frisbee lands, the next student group member must attempt to throw it in the target. The lowest amount of attempts wins, and no group member must throw 2 times in a row. If students are finding this game too difficult, we can make the game easier by modifying it, by moving the starting points closer towards the target or making the target bigger. This game can also be modified for disability students by making it on a hard indoor or outdoor surface for easy wheelchair access. So after this activity has been completed, we'll conclude this lesson with lesson 3 out of the lesson plan. After that, we'll ask students to help pack down all the equipment and meet in the middle for a debrief. So during this debrief, I'd like to conclude with some open and closed-ended questions. Some of these questions will include: how did students feel when the target was made smaller? Did the correct technique make it easier or harder? Did students enjoy the game? And one thing students learned from today's game. Asking these open and closed questions will help to continue to motivate the students to follow up with our lesson. It'll also help me as a teacher to understand where these students are at and what still needs some work and to be learnt within the students. After that, we'll ask students to go around and tell one peer who they thought really stepped up and went well in today's lesson and give them some positive feedback. So I hope you enjoyed my lesson today, and thank you for watching.